The U.S. Open is underway, and the notable golfers teeing up in the afternoon, including PGA champ Justin Thomas, Victor Hovland, and Tony Finau. That grouping was on the first tee at 1:14 p.m. Eastern. And there's always buzz around a major, but this one feels different with all that's been going on with the PGA Tour and that LIV Golf Series. Now, maybe it feels like a simplified version of Civil War in the MCU, where stars are taking sides and colliding this week just outside of Boston. But as we take a look at the weather forecast, look, I'm no meteorologist, but it does look like perhaps a slight early, late advantage in the first two rounds as you take a look at that wind there, double digits, peaking at 18 miles an hour on Saturday, but with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. All right, let's get an update from Kyle Porter, our boots on the ground out there just outside of Boston. So when it comes to the weather, Kyle, you're out there. What's the vibe like in terms of the outlook on the weather, not only today, but throughout the weekend?
Well, it's beautiful right now, and I think what's interesting, Tommy, is if the wind picks up like it's supposed to, like that graphic that we just showed, it could really dry out and kind of bake out these greens, which is the defense of the golf course at Brookline. So I think that's one thing to watch out for, is how hard and how fast do these greens actually get throughout the week? Because, again, that's going to be the defense of the golf course, is these really slopey, interesting greens that could get super fast as the week wears on.
All right, so as the morning wave guys are partaking in the majors so far, we were going to target the afternoon guys. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to ask you the golfer, Kyle, and then you're going to give me the number. So let's start with Phil Mickelson, looking to complete that career Grand Slam. Give me the number, Phil Mickelson's opening round score.
Well, I don't think it's going to be very good. Phil obviously has not played very much golf. He certainly hasn't played major championship golf. And really his only competitive rounds have come at the LIV Golf Series last week in London. And that's his only competitive round since February, when he played in the Saudi International. I think Phil's going to shoot something like 76 on a Thursday, which is... it's a U.S. Open, so it's not horrible, but I certainly don't think he's going to be in contention. And honestly, Tommy, I would be surprised based on where his game is at and based on how he's played the last few U.S. Opens, if he made the cut on the weekend. He hasn't finished in the top 20 at a U.S. Open since he finished tied for second back in 2013 at Marion. So I don't have high hopes for how Phil Mickelson is going to play this golf course this particular week.
Lefty at 147 on the first tee with Shane Lowry and Louis Oosthuizen at the same time, but on 10 is going to be Bryson DeChambeau. So give me the number here for Bryson DeChambeau's opening round score.
Well, I think Bryson's also going to be pretty high as well. Again, it's a matter of not having very many competitive rounds. He played at Muirfield Village. That was his first time back since this wrist injury. He tried to play the PGA Championship, was unable to do so there, and he's really dropped off recently in terms of his strokes gained driving. He was the best in the world for a period there off the tee, just in terms of his length and his ability to gain strokes on the field. And he hasn't been the same guy over the last 6 months or so. And part of that is he hasn't been playing very much. He's chosen to take time off. He's been injured. So again, I just, there's not a lot of momentum or hype around Bryson in a golf tournament where there should be. He's a past U.S. Open champion. He's when he's in full flight, he's one of the best players in the world. But I think 74, 75, somewhere around there is what I see Bryson shooting going into to Thursday afternoon.
All right, so a shade lower than Mickelson, again teeing off on 10 with Woodland and Rose. All right, let's talk about world number one, Scottie Scheffler. Give me the number for his opening round score.
Well, I think Scheffler's going to have a pretty good day. I would say 70 is a realistic expectation for him. Scheffler, I think what's interesting about Scheffler, Tommy, is he's shown some creativity with his iron play. You're going to have to be pretty creative around here at Brookline, because there's some spots that you're going to get yourself into off the tee where you have to hit, I don't know if I want to say heroic shots, but some extremely creative shots with your irons. And obviously he's been magical with his short game so far this year. We saw that at Augusta National. It's really what's elevated Scheffler from being a top 15, top 20 type player to the number one player in the world, to winning 4 times in the last 4 months. So I think that he's going to show off that short game. I think he's going to show off the creativity with his irons, and I think he's going to be in it after day one, after shooting a 69 or 70 in the first round.
1:25 p.m. Eastern on the 10th tee. It's going to be Scottie, Cam Smith, and Brooks Koepka. And let's talk about the PGA champion and Justin Thomas. Kyle, give me the number for his Thursday opening round score.
Well, we're going from top to bottom here because I think JT, we went Phil and then we went Bryson. We're working our way down. I think JT's going to have the best number out of all those guys. He's my pick to win this week. And again, it's because of the creativity with his iron play. There's going to be guys you're going to see on this golf course, Tommy. Guys are going to put themselves into positions where they're going to have shots that could go really badly, or if you can hit a recovery shot, you can really gain a ton of strokes on the field because the same recovery shot from somebody else might end up in double bogey. You're going to be in positions where, we saw at Wingfoot, we see at some of these U.S. Open places where you just have to hack it out, and that's not. There's no way to score from some of the positions that guys put themselves in. Contrary to that, at Brookline, you can get out of some of these positions if you are able to hit heroic shots. And JT is somebody that's able to hit heroic shots with his irons. So I think that you're going to see a really good round from JT. He's super confident with his putting right now. He's gained strokes with his putter in 5 of his last 6 rounds, 5 of his last 6 tournaments, including that PGA Championship win at Southern Hills. So I think JT shoots 67 today. I don't know if he leads after day one, but I was talking to somebody that said this is going to be the easiest scoring day that the USGA sets up for these guys. So I think you're going to see guys that are eventually going to be in contention on Sunday, which I think JT will be, take advantage of probably the easiest conditions and setup that they see all week.
All right, guys, we talked about, of course, late today, early tomorrow, thanks to Kyle Porter at the Country Club there in Brookline, Massachusetts. The U.S. Open here, of course, the calendar's 3rd major this season. By the way, 1:14 p.m. on the first tee for JT, Victor Hovland, and Tony Finau. First Cut Podcast, U.S. Open preview, picks, best bets, and predictions. Rick Gaiman and Sia Nejad and the coach, Jonathan Coachman, previewing the U.S. Open. Download and follow the guys today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.